Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello. My name is Wendy. I'm so pleased to have you here today. If you're into health, fitness, yoga, any of those style of videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and then hit that little bell icon to be notified every time I post, which is several times a week. So today's mini stretch session will be great for all of those of you who work desk jobs or if you've had a long day in the car. So this is going to be a little bit more like front body opening, and we'll get nice and deep into like the quads and the hip flexors. So we are going to need a block. I have a link down below to yogaaccessories.com if you do want to get a block, and if you get it from there and from that link, I do get a small commission. So if you want to do that, I'd be grateful. Either way, we're just going to go ahead and get started. So let's start lying down on the back. And let's just kick both of our feet up to the sky for a moment. So we can bend the knees, flex the feet, maybe just play with straightening out one leg at a time. Just kind of seeing how that feels. Then from here, we're going to cross the right ankle over the left. We're going to reach in between that little triangle that we've created, interlace the fingers behind the left leg, and then just allow yourself to relax down. So make sure that your right foot is very much flexed, and the jaw and the face are serene, letting every and any tension go. Very good. Go ahead and release that. Let the legs come back up to the sky. A little bit of movement here if that feels good. And then let's switch to the other side. So this time, left ankle over right. We'll interlace the fingers behind the right leg and just let ourselves relax. We can take a little bit of movement here, side to side. If that feels good, we can stay just straight. Just making sure that the left foot is flexed. Very good. Go ahead and release that. Send both of your legs back up to the sky. A little bit of movement here. Then find a bit of stillness. Maybe notice if you can straighten out your legs just a little bit more. Good. And then we'll just take both of the soles of the feet down onto the ground. We're going to grab our block. So have it handy. So step down into the soles of the feet. We're going to lift the hips, and then we're going to slide the block at a medium height underneath those hips. So find a spot where you feel pretty open. Go ahead and roll the shoulders down underneath you. You can open up your arms so that the palms flip up. You can try to grab for your heels. Wherever we are, though, we just want to make sure that we have plenty of space between the chin and the chest. So make sure we're opening up there, even as we're expanding through the heart. A few breaths just like this. When we're ready, we're going to keep the left foot where it is. We're going to send the right leg up to the sky. And it can be a little bit bent here, not a big deal, but what we're going to do is press down into the left leg. This is going to send your right leg a little bit closer in towards your chest, and it's going to really start to fire up that left quad. So you should be feeling the stretch there. If you're not, comment down below. Maybe we can figure something out for you. It does take that little bit of a pressure downward, so we can't just be static here. We have to have a little bit of that pressure down. From here, we're going to flex the right foot. Nice and slow, we're going to let it come down to the earth until it hovers just above the ground. And then we'll settle the heel down. We can keep the foot flexed, but we're going to bring our left knee in towards our chest. And we can just stay here in this position if we're already feeling it. If we want a little bit more, we can interlace our fingers along that left knee. We should be feeling a nice opening in this right side hip flexor. And we'll notice a difference between the two sides. Just notice which side is a little bit more open, which side needs a little extra love and attention. When we're ready, we'll just let that go. and step the right foot in to match the left. Let's just come to that bridge, that supported bridge, for just a moment. Breathe here. Make sure your feet are planted down, your toes are pointed up towards the sky. Don't let them flop out. That's definitely the tendency here, is to completely relax when we're supported. But we want to have a little bit of energy here, especially if we have our whole day where we're very sedentary, whether we're at our desk or in a car, we're not really moving around much. So just giving that little bit of energy, not so much that we're taxing our body, but enough so that we're staying present and connected to the moment. From here, we're going to plant down into the right foot, send the left leg up to the sky, bent or straight, however we had it on the other side, and then we're just going to press down into that right foot to send the left leg closer into the chest. And that left leg moving, it's not really the goal, it just kind of naturally happens. So whether you move an inch or a whole foot, doesn't really matter. It's just something that is naturally occurring after we press down the right leg. One more big inhale. Start to flex the foot, and then very slowly we're going to take that leg down to the ground. A little bit of energy and invigoration. It'll hover above the floor, and then we can just set it down. Keep the foot flexed, and then take your right knee into your chest. If you'd like to, you can interlace your fingers on top of that knee. Breathe. Once again, just notice the differences between the two sides. Sometimes these differences are subtle, sometimes they're really obvious, but it's up to us to investigate and to acknowledge these differences. Good. When we're ready, we're just going to plant the right foot back, step the left foot in. Let's drive down into both of our heels. We're going to lift our hips off the ground, slide the block out of the way, and just come all the way down. From here, let's take both of our knees into our chest, a little Apanasana. You can rock side to side if that feels good. You can stay fairly steady if that feels good. So we're going to come into a twist. Option here to keep your knees really close into your chest. Option here to move to about a 90-degree angle in the hips. So the closer that the knees are, the higher up in your back the twist will come. So with my knees this close, I'm going to get probably a thoracic twist. So let's go ahead and open up the arms to a side. Big T. Inhale. Exhale, let both of the legs just fall off to the right. You can keep the gaze up, or you can look over to your left, a yogi's choice. Whatever feels good in your body. You can even use your right hand to keep your legs where they are. They do tend to want to move from their position, and that's okay. If they settle in a different position than where we first came into it, don't worry about it, just as long as this feels good in your body, which hopefully it should after a long day of just sitting at your desk. Good, let's take that through center. Inhale to neutralize. And just exhale to the other side. Maybe sending your gaze over the right fingertips. You can use your left hand to hold your knees where they are. And let's inhale back towards center. Squeeze those knees into your chest. Let's just come into a quick happy baby. So we can stay in that Apanasana if that feels good. We can grab for the outside edges of our feet. So some of us might like to stay in this kind of butterfly variation here, or we might want to open our feet up so it's like we're stamping on the ceiling. We can stay steady here. We can move a little bit side to side. You could even try to straighten out one leg and the other. Totally optional, but maybe both legs get to be straight. When we're ready, we're just going to take everything back in. Let's find a few rolls. Coming up towards seated. Amazing. So that's what I have for you today. If you like this sort of class, go ahead and comment down below and let me know any other suggestions that you have for classes. I always take requests. So that will be everything. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.